All right, now a lot of you guys don't know this, but I've been playing guitar now for almost 20 years. Yeah, that's right, since the year 2006. You guys remember the year 2006? AKA the year that Guitar Hero took over the world? Everybody was playing Guitar Hero back then. All your friends were, your drunk dad was, Obama. I mean, personally, I was pretty good at Guitar Hero. I beat the game on Expert, no big deal. Sure, I got a paltry 69% on Bark at the Moon, but I still won, okay? I still beat it. Well, after I indeed became a Guitar Hero on a fake plastic guitar, I got the grand idea to become a real Guitar Hero on a real guitar. Imagine that. Bet you some of you guys did as well, didn't you? Back in 2006, when we had hopes and dreams. So the day after my 16th birthday, I take all my birthday money, I head on down to my local Guitar Center. Now, your first time at Guitar Center can be a little intimidating, I have to say, especially when you don't know shit about guitars like I did. I'm just standing there looking at them like, well, where's all the colorful buttons at? It doesn't have a whammy bar? How do you engage the star power? What the fuck is going on? Not to mention every Guitar Center has to have at least one asshole who's not there to buy a guitar or anything. He's just strictly there to show off his skills and make you feel like shit. Yeah, how you like that shit, you little schoolboy bitch? That sounded pretty good. Yeah, shut the fuck up. Now, originally, I was going to buy an acoustic guitar for whatever reason. I don't know why. Apparently, I was going to be the next fucking Uncle Cracker or some shit. So there I am in Guitar Center's little acoustic clubhouse. Just me and some guy with a fucking ponytail looking at guitars. And I'm feeling uncomfortable, I have to say. I don't know how to do shit on a guitar. My Uncle Steve did teach me an E minor chord for whatever that's worth. Yeah, there you go. That sounds good. Now just learn a couple more chords and maybe you'll get laid someday. Oh, really? That's neat. So there I am, strumming away my shitty E minor. I throw a couple of these bad boys in there. There you go. And I'm like, yeah, that sounds good. Good tone on this one. I know what the fuck I'm doing in here, that's for sure. Well, out of nowhere, this ponytail fuckhead comes by and he's like, oh man, that thing sounds way out of tune. Here, let me see that guitar. I can help you out. And then he proceeds to tune my guitar for me like he's my dad and I'm his little son. And then I shit you not, just busts out the intro to Crazy on You by Heart. You know what I'm talking about. And then all nonchalantly is just like, yeah, that sounds better. Here you go. Have fun. Yeah, no thanks there, Mr. fucking Noodle Fingers. Think I'll just give up on my dreams now and start sucking dick for money. Thanks a lot. So I walk out of that acoustic room and contemplate walking my dumb ass right into oncoming traffic. That's when I see it. My future guitar.
It was a cherry red Ibanez RG120 electric guitar. Ha!
I see that guitar and I'm like, oh yeah, that's the one for me. That is the sleekest, most badass, stylish fucking price tag I've ever seen in my life. Look at that, right in my cheap ass price range. Just what I needed. So naturally, I go to plug it into a fucking Marshall half stack that I have absolutely no business being around. The whole Guitar Center's looking at me like, look at this asshole. Doesn't know what the fuck he's doing in life, does he? My dumb ass goes to plug this guitar in. Don't even realize the gain is through the fucking roof right now. Well, as you could guess, as soon as I go to plug in, it's all like... distortion and feedback echoes throughout the entire Guitar Center. Everybody's staring at me as if I'm just pulling my pants down and openly pooping on the ground. A Guitar Center employee runs over and is like, sir, do you need help with anything? Nope, I just need to get this guitar and I'm gonna buy it and I need to get the fuck out of here right now. So I check out of the register and run out of there like the fucking building's on fire. Never show my face in there again. But hey, no problem. I got my guitar. I'm ready to start learning. So I borrow a shitty amp from my Uncle Steve, and I watch tutorial after tutorial on YouTube. I'm talking Next Level Guitar and Marty Schwartz. I watched all that shit, and I taught myself how to play guitar. And to this day, I'm actually not that bad of a guitar player. I mean, if you didn't know how to play guitar, you'd be like, wow, you're pretty good. You should be in a band or something. But if you did know how to play guitar, you'd be like, wow, you're really not that good. You should stop all those bad habits that you've been doing for the past 20 years that have plateaued your guitar career. Yeah, well, not everybody can be Mr. fucking Noodle Fingers now, can they, you ponytail fuck? Well, a little more than a year goes by, and suddenly my little Guitar Hero journey comes to an abrupt stop. Because one day I came home from school, and guess what? My guitar is nowhere to be fucking found. Oh, what the hell? I don't know if somebody stole it, if it evaporated, if it fucking self-imploded. I don't know what the fuck's going on to it. I have no idea. So I walk out to the living room and talk to my parents, and I'm like, I think my guitar was stolen. What do you guys think? Stolen? Who the hell would steal your guitar? I have no idea, but it's either that or we have fucking poltergeists in the house and they're moving my shit around. So the next day, I end up filing a police report for my cheap-ass guitar, and the cop was just like, do you have any idea who would have stolen your guitar? I don't know, maybe a crackhead? You're the cop, you tell me, I don't fucking know. I end up having my friend Brewer drive me around to like every shitty pawn shop in the Tri-County area, just on the off chance that I find my guitar hanging up in the shop somewhere. Hell, we even went to a piano store for whatever fucking reason, and this guy at the piano store got so mad at me and Brewer, I thought he was gonna murder us in cold blood. You guys have any guitars in here? Does the fucking sign outside say guitars, strictly guitars? Does it? No. Get the fuck out of my shop, you little 6-string playing piece of shit. But at the end of the day, we never found my guitar, and that was it. Looks like my guitar journey was gonna come to a close. Well, fast forward a good 6 months later, I'm sitting in the living room, not doing shit because I don't have a guitar, when all of a sudden the doorbell goes off. Bing bong! I open the door, and to my surprise, it's one of my parents' friends. Now, I'm not gonna use his real name in this, but we're just gonna call him Crackhead Jones. Why Crackhead Jones? Well, you guessed it, he was an actual crackhead. Now, I don't know why my parents hung out with a crackhead. Maybe I'll ask him that next Thanksgiving. Who the fuck knows? Oh, I don't know. He just seemed like he was funny. What? What's the big deal? Fucking crack pipe once in a while is gonna ruin a relationship? Grow up. Now, at first, I was confused why Crackhead Jones was here in the first place, because this was right after my parents moved to Las Vegas, and I was living by myself at the time. So I was like, Crackhead Jones, what are you doing here? My parents live in Vegas now. Oh, yeah, that's right, I forgot. Hey, do you want to buy a Nintendo Wii for $40? If you give me the money right now, I'll go and get it for you. Now, you might be sitting there like, you didn't really give a crackhead money and expect to get a fucking actual Nintendo Wii, right? Right? Look, I was 17 years old at the goddamn time, all right? I didn't know back then you weren't supposed to give crackheads money and that they were untrustworthy. They didn't teach me that shit in home economics class in the 9th grade. What? God damn. I'm supposed to know everything? Shit wasn't on Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood, was it? And this was back in 2007, all right? Do you remember the year 2007? When the Nintendo Wii was taking over everybody's lives? Everybody was playing the fucking thing? All your friends? Your drunk-ass dad? Obama? So yeah, you bet your ass I gave that crackhead $40. And sure, I was a little concerned when he sprinted away with my money at full speed, but hell, I thought he was just happy for me. It's a hell of a deal after all. So there I am, sitting on my porch, waiting for a crackhead to hand deliver me a Nintendo Wii, and I'm just sitting there with a stupid smile on my face, just thinking about all the future Wii Sport bowling matches I'm gonna partake in. Well, about 45 minutes go by, and reality is slowly coming into view now. What if Crackhead Jones isn't getting a Nintendo Wii? What if he's just getting more crack with my $40? Fuck. And then for whatever reason, I think about that police report that I filed back when my guitar was stolen. Any idea who would have stolen your guitar? I don't know. Maybe a crackhead?
Maybe a crackhead?
Oh, it was Crackhead Jones the whole time. Yeah, that's right. I'm pretty sure my parents' crackhead friend stole my very first guitar. Now, I don't have any definitive proof, but looking back on it, when he would come over to our house, sometimes he'd hang out in my room and make me play fucking Neil Young songs. He'd be over there trying not to cry and shit. My, hey, hey. Oh, God, that's a beautiful song. Yeah, it is, Crackhead Jones. Can you get the fuck out of here and hang out with my parents now? You're freaking me the fuck out. But then I remember, like, one particular time, he had all these questions about my guitar in particular that in retrospect were a little suspect, if you will. Boy, that's a nice guitar. How much did it cost? You think you'd miss it if you lost it? You think it'll fit underneath my t-shirt without anybody noticing? Yeah, what a fun time it was, sitting on my porch that day, coming to that shitty realization. It was like the end of a Scooby-Doo episode, except the fucking bad guy got away. It was Crackhead Jones the whole time. And I'm gonna get away with it too, because I'm a crackhead and you're a naive, stupid-ass kid. So that's it. That's the story of my guitar journey and, you know, how I got ripped off by a crackhead 2 times in a row. But if you feel bad for me, don't. I ended up saving up more money and I bought a new guitar about 4 months later. And I still play guitar to this day. Yeah, Uncle Cracker, bitch. Woohoo! Also, if anybody's out there that has a cherry red Ibanez RG120 electric guitar with maybe a little crack residue on it, that was mine. Enjoy it. Now you know the origin story for that fucking guitar. The end. Oh, man.
brewstew.com